just so beautiful. Sam Fender on Radio 2. Right, more on the way. News first. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Justine Green. The Prime Minister says she will not cut public spending to pay for the package of tax cuts announced in the mini-budget. At Prime Minister's questions, Liz Truss said her government's plans would bring about higher growth and lower inflation. But the Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer, said that ministers had gone on a borrowing spree, leaving the economy in turmoil. Trevor Greetham, who's from the Royal London Asset Management, says there is a link between the mini-budget and the current market situation.
It's very clear to people that this current big move up in bond yields is because of the mini-budget, and the Bank of England's been very explicit that they will raise interest rates more because of the mini-budget. Because what the mini-budget's effectively doing is it's hitting the accelerator pedal while bad cop Bank of England is trying to break the economy and deliver a soft landing.
Police searching for a 19-year-old who's not been seen for more than 3 years say they found human remains. Leah Croucher disappeared while walking to work in Milton Keynes in February 2019. Thames Valley Police have launched a murder investigation after the discovery. The NHS in England has issued an amber alert after its blood supplies dropped to a critically low level. NHS Blood and Transplant says it has about 3 days left in its overall reserves, but levels of O-type blood has fallen below 2 days. They normally aim for around 6 days' worth of supply. Our health correspondent Catherine Burns says there are multiple reasons behind the shortage.
You might think that it's to do with a shortage of donors. That is part of the problem. They're saying that since the pandemic, people have changed their behaviour, so they're not coming into cities to donate as much. It's not the big reason, though. The big reason is a lack of staff and also sickness. So we're talking here about donor carers, the people who look after you when you give blood. There's not enough of them.
NATO's leaders have pledged to provide more support for Ukraine at a meeting of defence ministers in Brussels. After Russian missile strikes on civilian targets in recent days, the alliance says it's concentrating on providing more air defences for Kyiv's forces. NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg says its members still need to do more to help Ukraine.
Allies have provided air defense, but we need even more. Ukraine is a big country, so we need to scale up to be able to help Ukraine defend even more cities and more territory against horrific Russian attacks against their civilian populations.
Moscow says it's arrested 8 people as part of an investigation into the explosion that damaged a bridge linking Russia to Crimea. The FSB security service said 5 of those were Russians, while the others were Ukrainian and Armenian. Kyiv called the probe nonsense. A man who founded a Facebook group that uses drones to help return thousands of lost dogs to their owners has been given an award. Graham Burton has received the International Fund for Animal Welfare Award for setting up Drone SAR for Lost Dogs UK. Mr Burton, who's from Pontypridd, says reuniting owners with their pets is the best feeling ever. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 4.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Time now for some sport. Shojo has the latest.
Good afternoon. Rugby Union club Wasps have withdrawn from Saturday's Premiership match against Exeter and say they're likely to enter administration in the coming days. It's another big blow for English domestic rugby, which has seen financially stricken Worcester Warriors placed into administration and suspended from the Premiership. In cricket, the Surrey all-rounder Will Jacks has been called up to the England Test squad for the first time for their 3-match tour of Pakistan in December. The Lancashire all-rounder Liam Livingstone will look to make his Test debut. There's also a recall for Nottinghamshire's Ben Duckett. Earlier today, England's men beat Australia by 8 runs to win the second T20 in Canberra and take an unassailable 2-0 series lead. And the Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag says Cristiano Ronaldo will not accept the FA's charge of improper and or violent conduct following an incident at Everton last season. Video footage showed the striker appearing to knock a fan's mobile phone to the ground after United lost at Goodison Park in April.
Thank you, Shojo.